President Nixon came up with the war on cancer. And since then, what has happened since then? Well, because people always ask me, are we making any progress on cancer? Are we going to find a cure? Well, as scientifically, the progress is always slow because as we talked about the scientific method, it's a lot of testing, and every question comes up with, every answer comes up with several new questions. So it's a slow process. But if you look over the long period of time, you will see that we have made progress in cancer. It's still around, granted, it's still around, but there has been both in the diagnosis and treatment of certain cancers, not all of them, but in certain cancers. So for example, let's say breast cancer, for example, they, in terms of treatment, they used to do radical mastectomies, and now they only do targeted surgeries. And my area was what do you call it, leukemia, childhood leukemia, and there've been changes, upgrades in drugs there. The epidemic example is where the science has been going in terms of monoclonals. That something that was not available, maybe 50 years ago.
Monoclonal antibodies.
Yeah. Has improved over time, and so now they're able to do these, get these vaccines out on a much faster rate. There have been improvements, there have been, but not all cancers. Take pancreatic cancer, for example. People say pancreatic cancer, and I'm sure they know somebody who had it. Well, just for your viewers' awareness, pancreatic cancer is one umbrella of a cancer, but actually there are two types of pancreatic cancer. The pancreas has both what we call an exocrine function and an endocrine function. The exocrine is digestion. The endocrine is hormonal, which is insulin and glucagon. So, depending what kind of cancer you get, whether it's the exocrine type or the endocrine type, then you will have different prognosis and different treatments available. So, where for example, if you had an endocrine cancer, your prognosis, I would just say, is still not good, but it's much better than the exocrine pancreatic cancer, which you might die within 2 years. The other one might be 8 to 10 years. So it's it's not one size fits all. And if you're aware of these differences, then you're aware of the differences in treatments, and progress can be made. So yeah, I think the future, especially with genetics, having gone this far, and genetic engineering and identification of the genome, that's the future in my view, where you can get targeted therapies made that will be targeted for specific endpoints, and hopefully with fewer side effects.